Get old, it's something I can tell my grandchildren, and I'm sure they'll think I'm completely mad, which is probably how you'd like a grandfather, isn't it? That's wonderful.
It's excellent. Fresh air.
Yeah.
Fresh food.
It is. It's really. This is nature. You can't get closer to nature than surfing, and then when you camp and surf, you're doing pretty well.
I mean, every surf trip suffers from flat spells, and this was no exception. But there was plenty to do.
Veltur sjór yfir og engin þau svæfir.
When you look down and you see the lip, the stuff coming over, just the wind and the spray, and they were like yelling and laughing and just blown away. Incredible.
That was unbelievable.
That's like a 100-foot avalanche, isn't it? You can see it all coming from up the... Oh, is it 100 foot? 200 foot, yeah. Oh, it was awesome. And I go, look up, and there was just like a stick on it.
That was unbelievable. That's probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. Most adrenaline, biggest adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Definitely.
Wind and spray and
I
water.
couldn't believe how much wind there was there.
No.
The fact you couldn't breathe when you were in there was just like...
Yeah, rad. A little bit nervous, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've got a big name to live up to.
Jim, I'd like to think that I could do well and represent my country and be proud.
I think I'm just trying to do my best, and I think that's all I can do.
Carl Weiser, 33 years old, born in Southern California. Learned to surf at the age of 10 in Newport Beach, California. Surfing and traveling for the past more or less 15 years. Former ASP judge, now working with Billabong wetsuits in Europe, distributing wetsuits all through Europe. And this is just a small board, all-around board for me. Is a 6'7". This is the first board I shaped. I'm just sort of dabbling in shaping, making my own boards, and it's a basic 6'7", maybe a little bit wider than the average. Well, lifting a little bit wider than something, say, Kelly Slater and Rob Machado are riding. I was looking for something a little bit more out of the 80s, late 80s sort of shape, a boxier rail, flatter deck, pretty flat bottom. Really pretty much just a basic board, but for me this, like I said, suits my surfing.
Warm and comfortable wetsuits are a must and allow me to survive and enjoy the surf.
smooth style of Carl. I've watched Carl surfing a lot, and he's just a classic, got the good bottom turn going and setting up waves nicely, really.
I'll be a bit more of a soul surfer, you know? I mean, I'll be looking for setting up barrels and sort of, like you said, bottom turning and reading the wave a bit differently than these guys, I suppose.
With a few friends from Reykjavik, we headed for the snow. The snow cap, according to legend, was the entrance to hell in the center of the earth. However, what we found were incredible sights, incredible snowboarding, and good times. We were all a bit nervous actually going up, and I think we held back a bit, you know. Carwyn was a bit injured, and I hadn't snowboarded in a year, and Michael was his third or fourth time, but at least we were up there and we were giving it a go.
It's been a massive driving and a massive fun. So day after day it's been pretty good. We had a good bunch of guys this trip. You spend a lot of time in close quarters within the car. So if you didn't have a lot of humour and a lot of mateship, it would be pretty bad. Well, I guess I should tell you a bit about Carl. He's a really nice guy, and I get on with him really well. Then you got Carwyn. He's one of the funniest guys you could ever imagine. He's just always constantly laughing. He's always smiling. He's always up to some prank. He's either trying to pull down your dacks or embarrass you in any other way that he can. And he's a really, really good surfer too. And I've got a real lot of respect for him. And so I guess when you're traveling with a couple of guys that are really nice and humorous and you're always laughing, you're always in good spirits, and time flies.
Look where the tide is.
It's too protected in here, huh? For swell today, I mean.
Yeah, look at that inside one. That inside one's brilliant. Just needs swell.
I think we're in the right spot, you know. We found the setups. We found the spots. Now we just need a bit of swell to... We need the swell to cooperate, but definitely promising. We've seen a bit of a low develop, and if it develops as they say it will, we could be in for something.
My name's Michael Lowe. I'm from Wollongong, New South Wales. Come from a little town actually near Wollongong called Windang. I'm currently 20 years of age, which I turned in April, and I'm actually a professional surfer. So my job is to go around the world and surf and hopefully do the best that I can in the surfing contest, of which I'm currently ranked around 30 in the world, so I figure I'm doing all right and having a lot of fun doing it. So living the life of a professional surfer, I've got to live out of my suitcase, so pretty much what I need to pack is, the most essential part is, of course, my surfboards. This is my standard surfboard, 6'2.5" by 18.5" by 2 1/4. It's got a nice spray on it, which is really good for photos, and as you can see, it's pretty new. It's got my deck patches from where I stand, my dents, and the board goes really fast, and I like it. Sun cream. Can't go past sun cream. Ding repair tape. And of course, sunglasses. It's not how good you are, it's actually how you look while you're doing it right. I think the most important, most essential thing that I travel with is my memory. You know, when you're kind of bummed and you know, you're on a trip and there's no waves or you're bored or whatever, you can always sort of think of home and just know that you're going back there pretty soon.
Michael Lowe, he's a youngster, brash surfing star, really small and stocky, and big and stocky actually.
I think Loe's, you know, that contest top 44, getting it all together, big moves, big places, that sort of thing. So he's going to be still popping airs and doing those sort of 360s and stuff and getting rad.
I just see myself as me, and whatever feels comfortable, that's pretty much whatever's going to happen. I see myself pretty much surfing till I can't walk. Surfing is such an important part of my life. I mean, it's my job, and it's something that I've been doing since I was 8 years old, and it's something that I always want to do.
With 24 hours of sunlight, daily routines were forgotten, and the effects were very interesting.
11 o'clock, it's not getting any darker.
Apparently, if you roll around in the dew at 12 o'clock tonight, it's 12 o'clock now, and it's got some miraculous healing powers, so I think it's going to be a go. With the dew, really. Straight up.
12:17 a.m. Still not getting any darker.
Fight!
Yeah. 1:45, not getting any warmer, not getting any darker.
It's 2:30 in the morning, the boys have just gone off to check the surf, and I'm not even tired.
Yeah, I'm not scared, I'm not.
3:10. It's getting wider.
And I'm not sure whether to go to bed or go for a surf. It's an injury that's forced me to go home, unfortunately, and not really that it was my fault, but I've been nursing a couple of bruised ribs from a couple of weeks ago, falling off a push bike, and while I was doing an interview to camera the other day, I got sideswiped by Michael Lowe. He was a bit of a footy boy in Australia, that's the way he'd put it himself, a bit of a lump of a lad. And I didn't even see him coming, and he's taken me out sideways, so unfortunately that's the end of my trip here.
With the injured Carwyn on board, we decided for a gentler activity, fishing.
One huge one. You got a big one. One huge one. Whoa! Whoa! Check out the next one. No way! Look at the size of that.
Good. Icelandic fishing is getting better.
Doesn't matter, just put him in the bucket.
The rich seas provide us with food for the trip and tested our cooking skills.
That's a better idea, Cal. Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah. Simple cooking. Beautiful.
Nursing bruised ribs, we gently drove Carwyn to the airport. The final surf was all we needed to complete this trip.
You've got to find yourself a place to stay anyway. stay around anymore. No way. Now you better leave, 'cause I'm gonna find myself another. Something is over now. It melted down just the other day. Take that run, blow your mind. Take that run, go ahead and make my day. Take that run. Blow your mind, take that gun.
When I first came to Iceland, I didn't really know what to expect as far as waves, weather, landscape, and I think I'm going away quite impressed with the country.
It's a relaxing place. They say it's a very spiritual place, this one, I believe, because you permanently feel quite relaxed, I suppose is the word.
The countryside was just amazing. Volcanoes, glaciers, vast wilderness of just nothingness in a way, but very beautiful. Definitely an interesting country to come to.
Iceland's such a beautiful place. It's a land of contrast, I guess. I mean, what do you got? You've got freezing cold ocean, freezing cold air, and yet you've got hot springs.
The things we saw that were so different than anywhere else the normal surfer would go. We were so far off the beaten path that I think all of us were really interested to see what Iceland held.
Snowboarding in summer, that's pretty damn good.
Such a good time, such an interesting place, and I think we're all end up going away really satisfied with what we got.